So in a parametric study, the value of the independent variable is manipulated across phases. B, the independent variable is either present or absent during each phase. C, the value of the dependent variable is manipulated across phases. Or D, the dependent variable is either present or absent during each phase. The correct answer here is A, the value of the independent variable is manipulated across phases. So in a parametric study, the value of the independent variable is changed. So we're not changing whether it is or it isn't, like the light switch, right? We're not doing a binary, is it there, is it not? Instead, we are manipulating the value of the independent variable. And so we seek to discover the differential effect of a range of values. So each phase could potentially be a different range of the independent variable in a parametric study. In a non-parametric study, this is typically what you'll see in behavior analysis. It's not hard and fast, but I would say the majority of studies that you're going to see in behavior analysis are going to be non-parametric studies where the independent variable is either present or absent during a period or phase of the study. So it's either going to be there in its entirety or it's not going to be there in its entirety. Just to give you an example that I feel like really helps with this. So with a parametric study, we're trying out different values of the independent variable. So if you were going to give, let's say you're doing a study on me, right? And you're like, my goal is to make Cass go to CrossFit classes. And if you were like, okay, my independent variable is going to be a positive reinforcement contingency where I give Cass $5 for going to each CrossFit class, I would not go to a single CrossFit class. And it just wouldn't work, right? But if you were like, I'm going to give Cass $10,000 for each CrossFit class that they are going to, like now I'm going to more CrossFit classes, right? So in this phase of the intervention, suddenly it went from $5 to $10,000. And I'm like, yes, hard yes. And then maybe in the next phase, you say, okay, now I'm only going to offer $500 for each CrossFit class. Like now I'm probably going to less, still some, but less. And then if you're like, now I'm going to try $50,000 for each CrossFit class, suddenly I'm going to way more CrossFit classes. So this would be considered a parametric study because we're trying out different variables. The independent variable is still the same. It's a positive reinforcement procedure where money is given for attending CrossFit classes. I hate CrossFit, so I don't want to go. Sorry, people who love CrossFit. But in a parametric study, it's not we're doing this one thing or removing this one thing. It's we're trying out different values of this one thing. Make sense? Hopefully. And then in a non-parametric study, it would be like we're implementing this positive reinforcement procedure for Cass going to CrossFit class. For every CrossFit class that they go to, they get, I don't know, $500, and that's it. It's present in one phase. It's not present in the next phase. It's present in one phase, not present in the next phase. There are no different values of this in a non-parametric study. This is me asking for reinforcement. Well, potential reinforcement.